In today's video, we are going to learn how we can buy products in our game. We are going to learn how we can integrate the in-app purchases, some purchases that we can integrate in our game for different kind of products. So you can have products that when the user purchases them, it will give them some virtual currency, coins in your game, or they can purchase skins, they can purchase subscriptions, or even a product that can delete the ads from the application or game, which can be very helpful. So let's go to Unity and let's see how we can implement this following 10 simple steps so that you can start benefiting from this extra way of getting revenue.
Perfect, so we are in Unity and let's start with this tutorial. As I told you, this tutorial for the in-app purchasing is going to be great. A lot of people were waiting for it and I'm so excited to do it. So let's start with the first of all the steps. We have a total of 8 steps. I have them noted in here in my book. So let's start with the first one, that is to set up our Unity project. We need to import some packages. For that, we're going to go to Window. We will go to the Package Manager option, and we need to find in this Unity registry, okay, the packages. In here, we need to find one specific that is going to be this one, in-app purchasing, okay? So from time to time, they will update this one, and it's good that you update your game, also because Google will be requiring every time to update it. If you don't update, your app can have some limitations in the discovery mainly. So let's click on it, click install, and we need to wait a bit until all these packages are imported. Once they are completed, you will see in your assets, part of your project, a new folder appearing in the packages section with the in-app purchasing, where you will have all that you need to configure them later on in this video. So let's wait a bit for this to finish and let's double check that we have correctly imported them in our game. Here in assets, we can scroll and we find now this in-app purchasing folder with a lot of things, okay? Perfect, so since the import has been successful, I will just clear all these messages. I have tried before and even you can see those errors or warnings. Nothing to worry about because it will work perfectly. So this is the first step, but next what we need to do is enable the in-app purchasing in our game. We need to let Unity know for this game we are going to receive purchases, okay? How we can do that? We can go to the file, build settings. In here we will open the player settings and you can see inside services that one of the options is the in-app purchasing. Right now, these settings are off, okay? We need to turn it on. Once we turn it on, it's complaining that we don't have this value set up. No problem, because this value can be set up later on and, well, cannot be set up until we upload our application, so it's okay. We will see it at the end of the video. So right now, we enable the in-app purchasing. We see we are in the 4.12.2 version, when the latest one available is this one. So perfect, we are up to date. And yeah, we can already close this tab, okay? With these 2 steps, downloading from the package manager and also by enabling the in-app purchasing option, we will have all that we need to start setting up our in-app purchases in our game. And now we are going to start setting up everything else. So first of all, you need to have a clear vision of what you want to sell. In this case, in my game, I have coins. So you see that every time I play, my coins are accumulating. I have 71 coins, and when I click this button, the number of coins increases to 75 in this case. This value is saved. If I run the game again, you will see that the 75 is saved, and I can keep increasing my score. So this is my game, very simple. And what we can do in here is integrate a product that can give you more coins if you purchase it. So for example, let's imagine that we include one product. If you purchase it by $1, as an example, it will increase this score by 1,000. So, okay, the user thinks, I may like to pay this instead of being clicking here 1,000 times, because later those coins can be used to purchase skins in the game, or can be used to purchase lives in the game, so I can play more. Just an example, okay? So that's exactly what we are going to do. We have identified a product that is for a price of $1, will give you 1,000 coins. So, okay, we have the product. What we need to do is go to our Unity console to configure it. We are going to configure a template for that price, and later we will configure the corresponding product. So let's open our Google Play console. And once we are in the Google Play console, let's go to settings. In settings, if we scroll down, we will find in the monetization section, we're going to find pricing templates. In here, we can set up our in-app products. For example, I have two of them created right now. I have one configured for €1, similar to $1, and another one configured for €3, similar to $3. You can create a new one. So you can create a template, clicking here on the top right button. You can put a name to this product. In this case, it's going to be a test $1. You set the price. In my case, I am setting up the price in euros because of where I am living, but you will be setting them up in dollars. You click and you put $1. Important to select if this price includes taxes or not. Else, to the users, they will be billing €1 plus the corresponding tax of the country where they are purchasing from. So in my case, I will leave it like that because I want to receive €1. So the user will pay whatever needed, so I receive €1. It will be less because Google will get a commission, but the product, for me, it will be €1. You can update the exchange rates in all the countries. They will appear automatically, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, I see that for dollars it will be $1. For Canadian dollars it will be 1.49. So automatically Google does the conversion, so your price is updated for every country. You just click finally in apply prices, and once we have this saved, we can just save it. Perfect. So right now, if we go back to the pricing templates, we can see our new €1 test $1 product created. This template can be used in many games. So if you have a product that you want to sell for €1, in this case, you can use this ID of the template to use it in many games. I can have one game where for €1 you get 5 extra lives. I can use this template. You can have another game where for €1 you get extra content in the game. I can use this template because this template is attached to that price, €1. Later, the reward that you provide in the game can be different. You will configure that specifically in your game, but the price, this is a pricing template, is the same, $1, €1. So we can reuse it many times. And this will be the ID, the specific ID that we will include so that they know, okay, for this template, this is the price. So this will be the common ID of our pricing template. Perfect, so we have configured it. We have configured a product of €1. The reward, we will configure that in our game. Once we do that, we will go to our Unity project again, and in the services, now when we click in services, we will see in-app purchasing, where we can configure the in-app purchasing again. This is enabled, or where we can configure our catalog, in-app purchasing catalog. In here we can configure all the products that we want. So for example, we can create one product that will be called 1000 coins. This is a consumable. There are different types of in-app purchasing products. Let's search for them so we can see it. Product types, Unity. So you will see that we have multiple types of products in this case. Consumable means that the user can purchase the product many times, repeatedly. And this will be, for example, a virtual currency as our coins, or you can buy potions, extra powers, power-ups, etc. So in our case, our product is for €1 you get 1000 coins. It's a consumable one. But also you can have two more types of in-app purchasing products. On the one side, non-consumable, the users can purchase it once. So for example, access to extra content, or a skin, a weapon, an armor that you buy just one time and you can use it all the time. Or also you can buy a no ads product that will delete the ads from your application. This is one that is working quite well according to my experience, and also I understand that the users want to not see ads basically. And the third one is subscription. So also you can have a product that is recurrent over time. You define a period of time and the user will be billed multiple times. For example, every month or every week to grant access to something, VIP content or whatever extra content that you want to define in your game. In our case, we're going to use consumable, the easiest one. We can purchase it many times. We will test that later. Our product will give you 1000 coins, and we can just set up in here a title. So for example, plus 1000 coins, and the description is get an extra 1000 coins by purchasing this product. Okay, perfect. Then for the configuration, in this case I'm going to configure Google, that is where I was setting up everything, or you defining here the price of this specific product, or you use a template. In my case, I prefer to use templates because usually the products have the same price, $1, $3, $5, and then I can reuse that for multiple products specific in my game. So I will be going back here, copy the ID, and later in the game I will be able to retrieve this template that will cost just €1. Perfect. So once we have set up the product, that's it. Very important, clicking these two options so that everything is automatically initialized by Unity. You don't need to write additional commands in your scripts. We initialize by default Unity purchasing. We initialize by default Unity gaming services. If you want to have more than one product, you can also create them from here. This is one product, but you can click add product and you can create another one. In here, for example, you can create one that will be 2000 coins. And instead of 1000, you will get 2000 coins. And you configure everything. Probably you will need to configure a new pricing template for a higher price. But well, I'm just going to configure one, very simply, so you can see how it's done. And later you can replicate more times if you need. So initialization automatically, and the product will be this one. Perfect. So with this, we have configured the pricing template. We have configured the product inside Unity in the specific in-app purchasing catalog. And now it's time to create a button that we can use to purchase it, and also see how we can show the information in the screen for the user, because we may like to change some things directly from the configuration of Google without updating the app. So we will see how we can connect and automatically retrieve that information as the description, the price, everything. In case we want to change it, we can do it with no need to push a new app bundle to the store. Perfect. So 4 steps completed. Let's go to the number 5. Well, the number 5 we have already done. We have seen the different types of products. So step number 6 in my list then, that will be to configure the in-app purchasing button. We have 2 options in here. We can go directly to the services in-app purchasing and create a new in-app purchasing button where you will configure the product. In this case, I want to purchase, when they click in this button, this product. Action I want to take, purchase, consume it. And then I need to configure the 3 events. When the purchase is completed, I want to do something. In this case, increase the number of coins to the user and probably show them a message, this purchase went fine. On the other side, when it fails, we want to do something, probably show a message to the user saying this went wrong. And also when the product is fetched automatically, in the initialization of the in-app purchasing, it will be fetching these products with their price and everything. We would like to update it in the screen so the user can see the conditions and what they can obtain when purchasing this product. So, or you create it like this, and then you set up a separated button specific for the purchase. So button, in this case, is purchase 1000 coins. Or you do this button, the user will click on it. It's right now, let me move it to a different place so we can see it better. Let's move it up like this. Okay. Make it bigger, even more, 3. Okay. Or we link this button with our in-app purchasing button. We can do it in here, which is the button we are clicking to purchase. You can just drag and drop this one here. Now both are connected. When I click in the button, it will be launching the purchase in this one. Or how I like to do it, for me is more simple, I can manage it better, is this object, I will delete it, and directly I will configure in my button the in-app purchasing. So I will add a component in-app button and configure everything in the same way. So I have everything in the same button. Okay, we will not need to configure any action for the button, but we need to drag and drop our component, in this case, here. Okay, so I have everything in one object instead of 2. I prefer to do it in this way, but you can do it as you want. So like this, we are configuring in this button the purchase of this product, 1000 coins. We will consume it. When purchased, we will automatically increase those 100 points, and we need to configure the 3 events. When we retrieve it, when we purchase it successfully, or when something fails or the purchase is cancelled. So let's integrate these methods. Let's go to our script managing this scene and let's configure them. It's the input controller. So I will open in scripts, input controller, and let's create them. These 3 methods have specific parameters that we need to use. They cannot be configured as we want. We need the specific parameters as input for this to work. I'm going to check them in here. I have them noted in my mobile phone. First of all, let's define all the corresponding variables that we need for this. On the one side, we're going to need a text, tmp text. This will be public, and we need to retrieve the price of that product. On the other side, TMP text, we need to retrieve the product title. We may like to show it and update it if we want. Those two variables will show the price and the name of the product automatically in the screen to the user. On the other side, what we need is to include some dependencies or libraries to use the in-app purchasing methods. One of them will be using Unity engine dot purchasing, and the other one will be using Unity engine dot purchasing dot extension. Those two, we need to include them for this to work properly. Now let's go and create those three methods that we are expecting. On the one side, remember, on purchase complete, that is expecting a product as an input. On the other one, the onPurchase failed is expecting a product and also the purchase failure description, and the product fetched is expecting a product. Will be this one, pre-configured. So let's create them and let's implement all the logic that we need. So first of all, public void on product fetched. Okay, when we retrieve the product after the initialization of all the purchasing libraries and everything. In this case, what we're going to do is, on the one side, if the title of the product is not null, we need a product here. So if the product, from it we can retrieve the information, metadata, localized title, this will be the title of the product, is not null, we have a value. Oops, sorry for that. What we will do is update our product title with it. Product metadata localized title. Okay, perfect. And then let's repeat the same for the price. If the product metadata for the localized price in this case is not null, the same, we will update the product localized price string, sorry, yeah, it's the other one. We will update it. So product price text equal to product like this. What this method is doing is just that, is from the product that we have configured, is going to retrieve the title and the price automatically to show it. Why we are doing this? Because we may like to modify the price directly in the template. That template with a price of €1, probably in the future we may like to increase it, or we want to make an offer and decrease it. If we do that and we have hard-coded the value in the screen in here, €1 to purchase something is not going to be updated except if we push a new app bundle to the store. Or think about the different countries. People may download your application or your game in multiple countries, and you need to adapt the currency and the value for that. $1 is not the same as €1 or $1 Canadian dollar or $1 Australian dollar. It's not the same. So we may like to update this automatically, connecting our application and Google. That's why we need to do it. That's why we need to retrieve from the product the price, and according to the user's location, we will update it directly in there. Plus, if we update the price, the same. Instead of hard coding the values in the screen, in your shop, in your game. So this is the two actions we are going to do when we fetch the product, okay, when initializing everything. On the other side, we need to configure the other two methods. Public void, in this case, it's called on purchase completed, if everything goes fine, on product, no, on purchase complete, sorry. And this is expecting also a product, okay? Yeah, perfect. So when everything goes fine, what we need to do is reward the user with those coins. So what we will do is, on the one side, increase the score plus equal 1000. We are going to update the text in a screen, and also we are going to save in our player preferences. This is something that we did in the previous video. You can check, I am just doing it quickly. It's not the focus of our video. The score, we will save it to retrieve it later if we need. And finally, let's configure on purchase failed, where we need on the one side a product, and on the other side the purchase failure description, if I am not wrong. Let's check it. Yeah, purchase failure description. Perfect. So in case anything goes wrong, in this case I'm just going to show a log in the console. You can configure a pop-up or something. I have some videos about pop-ups that I can leave in the description, but in this case I'm going just to show a log that the purchase didn't complete, please try again later. Okay, I will just show that. Perfect. So, well, we can say the purchase of, and we can put in here the product dot metadata localized title. To do it more complete, we will show that the purchase of this product didn't complete. So we save it. We have the three methods well configured. We go back to our scene and let's set them up in there. So the three of them are in the script of the input controller. So we drag and drop and we set them. Like this. This one is the purchase complete. This one is the purchase failed. And this one is the product fetched. Okay. So to finalize, because when we fetch the product, we are trying to put the title and the price of the product. So for that, we are going to modify this button. Instead of only this text, let's modify a bit everything. On the one side, I want to show on the left the title of this product. I'm going to modify some characteristics in here, for example 15. Okay, so I will show, this is not the best way, but one, I will show the title of the product on the left and on the right the price. Copy paste the text. In this case it will be the price. This is going to be on the right. Okay, they don't overlap, so perfect. in my script, this will be the title, this will be the price. We can do an example. This will look like €1. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So I'm showing nothing. So you see from the script directly, when fetching this product, it will be shown in there. Good. So let's save, and I think we have everything ready. We can test this. Let's click play button, and let's test if this is working fine. In the console, we will be able to see the different logs. We click play, and we can see the title of the product plus 1000 coins and the price. The price in the editor will be shown as 0. It's a known error, but if you see a 0 in here, that's good, because means it's retrieving correctly the information. When you see this, when you import this app bundle, you install it in your mobile phone, you will see that this is working fine. You will see your local currency and the corresponding value, equivalent to €1 in this case. So in the editor will be like that. There is no issue at all. We see that we are able to fetch the information from the product automatically, directly when we initialize everything. I can increase the points, and then if I click in this button, it's showing a fake UI for the store. This will simulate the purchase when you are in your mobile phone. And if I cancel, you can see the error of the method that we configured. The purchase of this product plus 1000 coins didn't complete. Please try again later. I will click again. This time I will click in the buy option. I click buy. You see how 1000 coins are increased, and successfully we got to purchase this product. And this is a consumable product, so I can purchase it again. I can purchase it again, buy, and increasing again by 1000. If I stop the game, run the game again, as we are saving the coins, I see again my score. So this is how easily you can configure the purchase of one product. Remember, you set up everything, importing the in-app purchasing and enabling it in your Unity project. Then you set up the product that you have in your mind to sell, and you configure the in-app catalog in Unity. We go to the UI, configure how we want to show this. For sure, you would like to show this in a best way, not only this. And finally, we configure the different methods that we need to retrieve information from the product when initialized, to manage the success and also the failure of the purchase. So, well, I think that this tutorial has been clear. There is just one more step that we may need to do. It's in your, let's stop the simulation. But when all this is ready, you can create the app bundle and upload it to your Google Play console. Once you upload the app bundle in your application, let me show you, it will enable some options related with the in-app purchasing. Until you don't upload the app bundle, you will not see them. So upload the app bundle and later you will see them. What you will see is this. Okay, I am in the console now, in the Google Play console. You will see in your application this monetize with Play in-app products. In here, you can create the product. It needs to be the same as in Unity. This step is very important, needs to be exactly the same. If in our Unity catalog, we configure the product to have this ID, 1000 coins, we need to set up exactly the same in here. 1000 coins is the product ID, the same in Unity than in Google, very important. Then, name and description, again, we need to use the same. The title, the name of the product is this one, plus 1000 coins, and the description is the one that we have, sorry, configured in here. Okay, so we go and we set this up. Perfect. And then which is the price of this product? We created a pricing template for it. So we need to find this pricing template. Test $1. We don't need to set up a specific price for this one. It's the template that we have used. Allow the users to purchase more than one product of this in a single transaction. Well, you may like to include this in case the user wants to purchase 2 or 3 times in the same process this product. As it is a consumable, we can do it. And finally, for tax, compliance, and programs, you need to define if this is a digital content or it's a service. Okay? In my case, I will leave the digital content. It's not a service, just a purchase of some extra coins, a virtual currency in my game, and this is not an streaming product. So I apply, we save, and this will create the product. We can activate it. Very important, else cannot be purchased. And if we go back in our application, I see that now we have this product enabled. Okay? Last step, we need to configure. You will see the product is successfully created and enabled. The last thing is that we need to set up the monetization. For that, if you go to the monetization setup in your game, and if you scroll, you will see this long code. This is the one you need to use in Unity when going to the file, build settings, player settings, in-app purchasing. Remember, we had this key that we were not able to set it up. Now we can set it up with this. You verify, and perfectly, your transactions will be correctly tracked and so on. So once you do that, we have now all the information aligned between Unity and Google, same product ID, same title, same description, very important, and we have even configured the corresponding token to have the visibility, and all the transactions will be correctly tracked. So now yes, and I almost miss it, so sorry for that. Now yes, this is how you can configure the in-app purchasing in your game. Next step will be basically, with all these new configurations done, let's create the app bundle, let's push it to the Google Play, and done. Let's wait for the users to purchase or adapt if we see that the offers, the products we sell are not attractive enough. So thanks a lot for watching. Hope you can implement this easily in your games. Let me know if you face any problem or you have any issue when doing it, and wish you the best of the success and luck in the world with this in-app purchasing in your games and applications. Thanks again, as always. If you give a like or a subscription after this video, I will be more than happy. It's a video that has, that basically I needed to do a big effort to prepare it. It's more complex than normal videos. So I will be appreciating a lot all your support around it. Thank you, and see you in the next one. See you, and bye-bye.